Good morning, all students. Myself, Dr. Salim Mulla. I am here director of this Ayurveda faculty. So today I will speak about some basic facts related with the Dosha Dhatu Mandapika. So I will here give orientation about how doshas practically can be related with present day knowledge. So that I will try to explain. Okay. So basically there are the three doshas, as you know all. That is a Vata, then Pitta, and then Kapha. There are subtypes of these doshas also. So specific functions have been described about these doshas. So, but I will not go to the detailed Ayurvedic topic here, because you know this we have to talk about the practical qualities. So Vata is attributed for which function? That is a movement channel. Okay. So movement. So this movement. So every movement in the body. I am talking. My heart is beating. So that the beating movement of the heart muscle is the function of Vata. Blood is flowing from one place to another, from heart to systems or the organs, and from the organs return via the veins. So this movement of the blood is also function of Vata. My brain is thinking. That means the senses, sensor senses, motor senses are coming and going from the brain. So this all transfer function. So here the transfer. So transfer of the matter. So that may be signal, that may be the visible matter, that may be the odor, that may be the Mulla, that may be the sweeter, that may be the food. So everything. So you engulf the food and push it through the esophagus to the stomach. So that engulfing movement is also the movement of the Vata. So Ayurveda has described different types of Vatas for that. That is Saman, Apan. So for excretory movement, what is the responsible? Apan. So that all that lower functions are carried out by the system. We can't show what that this is, but we have to imagine from its function. Okay, so if we say that is a what is increase, what is decrease. So what is meant by this? So say for example, if there is this is a vessel, and if there is a obstruction inside that vessel, so what will happen? So what will decrease? So the blood flowing or the fluid flowing through that vessel will get blocked. So what will happen? So this part will not be supplied properly. Okay. So the muscles or the tissues or the cells supplied by that part will be at the deficiency of that nourishment or the deficiency of that matter. Then what will happen? So that part will cry, that part will express its demands. So that will give the signals by the way of pains, by the way of loss of function. Okay. So then what we do? We identify that there is a problem. So what happens? The function of this organ or the structure will get disturbed. So it get inflamed or it will get stiff. जब पैर का दर्द होता है या पैर में कोई मतलब सूजन आ जाती है, क्या हो जाता है, हीम आ जाता है, so what happens, there are the problems inside the conduction system, inside the transfer or the problems in the neurotransfer, neurosignals. So this is the mechanism. So when this conduction mechanism gets obstructed or deferred, so that when then we call it a vata imbalance practically. Now what we have to correct, Ayurveda has explained the Snehan Chikitsa for the vata treatment, massage treatment, Snehan Chikitsa. So what the Snehan will done here? So Snehan will try to lubricate all this system. Snehan will try to lose this obstruction. Snehan will try to give the direct nourishment to that affected muscle or the bone or the traumatized part, and we try to keep alive that cell. How this simple? It looks very simple that the Snehan is just like the applying oil to the particular part, but it's not like so. So that oil is a medicated oil, that is a micro oil, so that goes deep without the need of the digestive system. So that is a pre-digested oil. So Ayurveda Snehan Sveda or the Ayurveda medicated oils are pre-digested oils. So they go to the tissues directly, and what happens? So they get directly absorbed from the local area into the systems or the cells directly. They are micro. So that's why the effect of the Vata Shaman happens quickly. And when we give Svedan to that part, what happens? So this obstructed part again gets separated. What Svedan does? Svedan puts the Shakha Doshas into the Koshta. And then in the proper Panchakarma, what happens? We do the Shodhan. We remove the doshas from the inside of the bodies to the outside. So Snehan and Svedan collect these doshas inside the main Koshta, that is the large intestine and the main system, and then these doshas were either put out by the way of Vaman, by the way of by the way of Virechan, or with the way of the Basti, this main, that is a Mulla sthana of the Vata dosha, that is a large intestine. So where we do the Basti Chikitsa. Okay, so we put the medicated quartz or the oils or the Basti dravyas to the perrectal root inside the large intestine, and there they get active. So here the Vata is related with the movement. Some angles I have tried to explain. So this Pitta is with the, we'll finish in 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. So the Pitta is related with the metabolism. So remember this one. Metabolism. So metabolism is of 2 types, anabolism and catabolism. Good. So anabolism, that means the positive metabolism building up, making the substances, and catabolism is breaking up. So some substances after the use need to be broken up or disintegrated. So that is through the catabolism. So that reduces the weight of the body, that reduces the mala substance of the bodies. Okay. So when this happens in large amount, then the person gets emaciated. So बारीक हो जाएगा, पतला हो जाएगा, कैटाबॉलिक रेट बढ़ा दो, जैसा हाइपरथायराइड में होता है. Okay, डायबिटीज में होता है. Okay, crucial. Okay, then in anabolism, regular anabolism, so building of the tissues, conversion of the tissues from the natural forms to the body usable forms, transformation of the substances or making of the enzymes, making of the hormones, making of the cellular structures, making of the proteins, making of the bones or dhatus, what we can say, is happens to this anabolic function. Okay, so here are again types, that is alochak, pitta, etc., whatever it may be, that is a different part, but the pitta is very essential for the life. Without pitta, all is fail. Okay, so if Agni, our goes come, then all is finished. Okay, because transformation process, changing process, if we heat water, that also needs Agni to get transformed into the body form. So without the Agni, without the digestive power, in Ayurveda it is described in two parts, that is the main central Jaturagni and the Dhatwagnis. So the Agni at the center is for the main digestion process, then that will go to the liver. Liver is again there is a Dhatwagni, and these pre-digested material will go with the help of Vata to the different body tissues, and at the cell levels also again there is a Agni. Because if we learn the cell structure, there is a mitochondria inside the cells, and that is a battery, that is a energy, that is the Agni sthana of the cells. Without that, cells cannot do their function. So this Agni sthana is the Dhatwagni. Okay, so Panchakarma process purifies this Dhatwagni. They remove the obstruction of the cell membranes. They make the cell membrane clear, so the transfer of the substances inside the cell and outside the cells get better, and the digested food gets transferred to the body tissues, and the excretory part is thrown back into the lasika, or that is a venous blood, and that comes down to the excretory point at the kidneys. So this is a pitta. So if pitta diminishes, we can't grow. So proper hunger, and this is a kapha. Much more to tell, but here is just introduction. So kapha, this is a building tissue. Just like where building a structure, we need some solvent, we need some the pasting agent, cement, we require it. Without that, we can't put that all the matters at the one place. Okay. So cementing structure is the cuff. Here is my joint. There are bones, there are muscles, etc. But there is also fluid. Joint fluids. We call it as synovial fluid. Okay? So that fluid is covered. So that keeps the structures. Without that fluid, what will happen? Bones will get friction on one another. So they will not remain active there. So they will be disintegrated there if the cuff is not there. And if this cuff diminishes, what happens? The degenerative disease starts in the old age or the middle age. Okay? So just like this, if the total whole body, this cementing structure gets diminished, what happens? Body becomes stiff. So in the other way, if cuff diminishes, this what increases. If cuff diminishes, what increases. If pitta diminishes, this cuff increases. But the bad cuff, cholesterol or the other type of the that is a chest cuff, etc. So what happens if there is no lubricatory process? So this does the lubrication. So in our esophagus, when we take air inside, what happens? There is a cuff inside our nose. So if that cuff is not there, what will happen? The hot air or the air passage will dry up over the respiratory system. So that is good? Not. So there is proper lubrication with the help of the natural nose cuff. We call it as a mucus. Okay. Then again inside the that is a larynx, etc. Larynx. All the cuff is there, and inside the alveoli or all the that is the respiratory systems, there its tubes, connections, all there is a cuff. Okay. So that is necessary for the passage of air, lubricating the air, and then for the collection of the dust and the allergens inside the air. So that clears the system. That clears the system. That is essential physiologically. If that cuff is not there, then our air tubes will get dried. So we can't live for more. Okay? Imagine this. So this is a natural physiology. Cuff is everywhere inside the cells also. The cuff is there. If the cuff is not there, then the building of the cell will get bent. So our Sneha also keeps this kapha dosha intact. Some medicines, some procedures, and some food also keeps this kapha. That is a gruta. Keeps this kapha or the pitta very in its position. If this is maintained, this what get pacified. But for the function of all the threes, including this is the king. What is called as a king. Without what, this can't be moved. So what is the main dosha for the life? Okay, thank you, and I hope the best success in your career and to get the opportunities.